didi nkoma organizers and then ado ani chimo tamala ye bo mo dia the Ghana Football Association elections no etimi e course nti be do masuko na yare sele ne mesi etie na mo asada kase reko emfa ma boafo adanda you know mo kra si 21st kenek semenka emfa chose bra na bra be remo maso na na siatica hon komo ne sele hye ni sitie no ye bra ni aboa siatica ne den ye ma me ne papa mo aya moko ekokodidwa no mo transe eche yie papa nti na so amedu bebia on so to asinti no twetwon saa di ramo ona achi o bebia ni nyina wa hwentu ana ma emboa ma wonjia na so ma hyehyɛ no enkoye kama pa entimi emfa manti bia ba ko a ye bre ni aboa na ne enkonko fa ha bia emfa bro da bi no ye 21st kene komaso mo expecting siatica ya ball ma baso ebibre ma Ghana na afi wiase afa na nyina na anya no nko ne okwa ya bia no ye reso no se stroke na edunya diabetes no ye bre ni etimi aboa fruity so ba besu na so no omo ye dwuma so a ebeboa ma so reja na so ye papa laboratory no and face scan services no mo ye entinya so ko ya peni e mo odru gisi do ma baby a ye ne hye ya bomode etimi aso no maka se Friday bia after work no to fa ona ye ma massage no na we ni super massager onya usampa nye hye papa eboa na ne ma dade era ma ne the machine treatment no enso aka won etimi era ma more than 15 branches Ghana baby a omo eye djua kuma se ehwe overseas junction omo be na afro radio obo ase cancel cortes core junction be nyomo akra do me market tu nyomo sunyane enkranza techima no nyina omo ebo adwuma nti form number no ne omo ni nkomo 0249 311 0249 311 0540 311 0540 311 nembo ene drinks abe dwama so ankofo di wan dance no eye mienu pe ba ko ye mixer 5G ye dwuma so abamba ni nuaba ne abo modede etika Africa face bia enim wa ho de naba forma de pebibo opebibo a ne be ma ho de sonko ama we gian na so na dwuma de bia wudi bia wetimi edi ne kama man tutu na ko yie pa etimi ara ma ne Ghana wo mu ebebo ama adwe na ada no ne nyane na Afri grapes nso no ebo modede yam ne ma no etimi ya nwejuma kama pa so etimi ere na jinse no eyi ntini ma ye mema de kra eboa me yesisi no etimi egian so kama pa de me pa choko na kokoji bi nya no nko a ere omo na di mizo fruit drinks na ba na drinka emu akono ede emu so api organic fruits so melon orange apple pineapple and afi so no mango eti eye na ba be dinto na ba dodo na ba be hwem no akra no abomoden etimi era ma hoho no fa namba no 024 270 0246 270 0558 106348 0558 106348 Neurwani HM overseas 21st kene konko manage Daniel or ma benya dodo no ho etu mama Esther Urwani HM.com Royal Ventures no Watra Baptist University Bwakwa UGB PNC Ventures Anomanji Taxi Station Osi Charity Hospital Junction no obenye bi na Sachi Enterprise no Urwani HM asafo abinchia Obsi VIP car park no ye boana ne ma de ye kama pa etimi edi ama na Daoud Eba Hospital Limited zemenka emfanchoze ni oma bomoden etimi edi nu papa abedwama so na senete ye Daoud 360 capsules no eye too much ene uyobi a na jeze sasabro ewo so ewo a woti se usisi no eyo ye papa mepacho unya Daoud 360 capsules no na abo ebeboa nyube gian na so obeye dwuma na ne ma de di pa etimi era ma na Daoud Eba Mr. no eye too much senete Maria fever na edunya ewo hu so honam ne yo ya avezo kra no e anaze wa ye mre na wo bia tie aguso ne ade a unya Daoud Eba Mr. bi na abo ebre na wo gian so na afi wanu mato a ebesa ma wadidi ye pa makaza didi de emeze efia na ekokura mo heaven kra ye be didi ezanze duane de ehia ye papa tu wanum ne beto so na wawe ni ye pa me pa choko na kokoji Daoud Eba Mr. bi no ene eboa ma ne ma deda dimpa etimiera ma na Daoud ointment no eno so edamufu eboa ma ne ma koye pera ma waposo yo ya se zuo to aron so nkotodwe no ahyase etwetwe wa uzo ntinu mo emu twetwe ade ane so bete wabomode etimi ade asha ode sha so a oboza ade nche no na ededamu kama pa etimiera ma ro ni chemo e wo eba show bi e ben pharmacy bia ana over the counter obabomode na wetimi eje bi na apo ma ne ma koye de ma na ndo no ene open phone timi no bi no akwada na undi emrumfie dumiensa wonso untimi ennu bi pacho form number no na ne omon kasa ka ha na ye hwene mbo na ne Daoud Heba Hospital Limited ma unjina na so 0241 244-012 244-012 na 0201-681-717 Dawood omu slogan no sehi aduro no timi pacho romu na kokoko jibi na ndure free sehi pato de no zampa ejina naso ye papa ejuma no eboa mane makoye permanent tetem so no ye romo tamale ni enkoko di nkoma akra na ne ebo mo de Ghana Football Association elections no etimi e course na de kan esco no romo mano maso ya result no mo me hwe kakra na Mrs Gifty Owari Mensa ono kwa na ebo mo de ko etimi ekoko jina ma no hwe na why to any na boa man e metimi akwe ni ekokoto ye no obomode an vote na 20 no onyane nyina boa man hyehye no ekoyi kama pan so etimi ere man na munkomo no ye di erom so no etimi ere man after no na ye romo esco no premier no na ho so no ya hwe akra we premier na omo result ne di kan eba ye no na as a Frederick Champonya 11 Rafael Teria Jambra enya 7 na fe Edmond Kwabna Aka enya 8 Anthony Kwesi Oben enya 7 na so bonsunya 9 Nana Safo Dro ebomode enya 10 Dr. Ranford Abbey alonso enya 12 James Akwesi Apia enya 10 na afi so no noro ni chima na jeze onyina asenso kwabna enso enya 7 na afi lawyer Mendy ebomode etimi enya 9 tie kokwesa no no mo mabomode etimi enya no do no ekobonim no Dr. Ranford Abbey Frederick Champon Nana Safo Dro na James Akwesi Apia na wose ebomode na run off na isanko ne kokuru na no so no result babe no second round no nana na je the Kings of Ebonsu Loziko nya 9 na Eloya Mendy ebomode etimi nya 9 ene ebomode a third round no etimi round ma 2 year no na Kings of Ebonsu nya 12 ena Eloy Amandi ebomode etimi nya 6 enti no boa ema Kings of Ebonsu aba be kan ni na ze ni epenipa numa ene omo na beba aba be rep e Premier League no so na je ze executive council no to no akoyi pre etimi era ma ye ne no na munkomo no ye round na Dr. Tony Oben after Zebia ekwa ede premier no odidi di nkomo akra etimi ede for congress no na afi no enchodi ewura mede ma no se no de nsem no etudwa.
I think the congress has gone very well. It's been calm. In fact, better than people expected, especially given the stories around it and all that. So I think it's gone very well. Everything has gone very well. Obviously, you know that
you couldn't, right?
Yes, I couldn't make it, but that's fine. You know? It is service to football. So sometimes, decisions are taken in ways that are. But in all, those who are going to are good enough, and I give them support. Well, I think.
Antia no ye command open pound po body etimiere to yaje zampa bibia ye kam e womzi ni won ram na so yidi so mo kono mo abomode akonkode kom ani me o se support bia ye di ram etimiere mo eno no anso a o send di nkomo e fa media ma oni na ze na no ye keze media ma was ye hwe ni nyina ye kika bom kokobo mo beza bibia o mo du no ska sem ne ade no ho edin kakra enso nkomo di e no so no de tudwa.
Well, I think we need to focus. We need to have a singular focus on advancing to the various stages, but you require resources. In this case, you require money. So in the last few weeks, we've been struggling, talking to our partners. Fortunately, we're seeing a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. We are finalizing an arrangement with a company called Nguvu, who have promised to sponsor us. We are still talking to our old love Goldfields Ghana. Well,
Elti anonso ye command open pound bobo de to yaje zampa omugusu didi di nkoma ene ngovu fo no aba on board a niam deda dana kwa na afi omabo de omri go face for no so no edi nkoma so meba na nyaba beboa na hyehye na da ye kama pa etimi edi amo ne enko kwe division 1 no so no esco no eno so ye bomo de to aba ne result a yenye no Gideon Fosu enya 29 Samuel Nimado nya 30 Makado enya 32 na afi Eugene Noble Amon no and so Bomodenya 28 and Alexander Nana Abibio enya 15 no so no rama free na ye per mama ko division 1 nanam no your Makado Gideon Fosu and Eugene Noble na Amon no na che so mo na mpimfo ande no omo kwakwa kobo ejuma no nti onso no we ma na Samuel Nimado amre bi atwam no na odon no eye esco member no jamo division 1 nim no ya boned na to baby kra ni nyina mo no ntutu na nda dia fama na after no and a presidential no so no local representative di kansha so na no na ye kukuruko kufu na nkasa na chesa no edin papa total vote no na ye hwe 120 energy pini eruamo and Aniket Edwin Simeon Okreku ebo modinya 117 ba kope ena anto na afi miru ne ko no ti bibia chese ya santo aba Ket ES Okreku oba the next 4 years no opo olo ale bana wa baba be yedwuma no na aboa na ne ma de da din peti yera mana mu nkomo no odidi nkomo akra de di kan no obomode de nsema wodo na etimi atudwa jeze wa san ba oba be yedwuma no ze ne mpre na edi kan so no yobi bone eye ba kumini bi na nkoya na nipa no emfa nche no se no de nsem ne tudwa.
I made a lot of good friends. At the same time, I made enemies. For all of us who love football, who have been on this journey together, who I may have offended in one way or the other, I say, I'm sorry. I am sorry on the bottom of my heart. If I did wrong you, I did wrong you for footballing reasons. I've always said that the road ahead of us will never be easy, it will never be smooth, but we will get there. I know I made a lot of good friends. At the same
Eti anu ye command open power no bomb de etimere to you after no o send din koma akra kaze be bi adu no ofre nyina se en kan bonu emboa na Ghana sport niaman ko yen fan fan my football no.
I call on all of us, just like I said in March, to come together, to stay together, because the leadership of your FA is ready to listen to the other man. We will listen to discerning voices. The 4 years ahead of us to allow all of us to accelerate our rate of development. And it will not take only me, not take only my ESCO, take each one of us. Let go of the past. Open a new chapter of bringing love to one another. New chapter of ensuring that we stretch our hands around our shoulders and say, Redeemer, we are one. That's why I call on all of us, just like I said in Kumasi.
Eti anu ye command open power no bomb de to ya be du no se nyina ka bom ne boa ma ne ma de di na odi nkomo akra etimi de fa George Fie ho na nsem si e no ka etimi de champion power.
So, at a meeting with my brother, my colleague George Fie, I have just one message for him. We can only build the Ghanaian game when we stay together. Football cake is a very big one, and everybody, including my brother George, has a role to play. I will reach out to George, and I'll bring him back home. So, George, wherever you are, we are one. My message to you is Midema. My message to you is Midema.
Eti anu ye command the Ghana Football Association president na jezi atwaba asan kono akwa kobo ejuma ka TS Okraku bomode etimiere tudwani na no ye di ro metimiere ma be aba clinic mami abese men ka choza video kote ero bomode etimi edi ayejuma ma so no wajina na so ne ma kwere ma o ye bema niam ko ye mfama o na se sufita bifo ade ni ba wade no fon na efon ana isuadara pese ye kese mami abe obebo na proceed no abon ban na afi ma no so no obo ma mfi otwa yopo bibi ye de eya kono na sunje so no etimi abafi twa ya ba ko a enimguase pa na so no ma me na daroma ere wabo ama sa ha ni nyina efi nkofo so wakwada na obana yese nchu obefim sickle cell sense anya no kre se ma me abeti ase no obebo ama nyame afa no so ma kwada no enya nkwa tententi sickle cell test no scan test no yeta no so apatrapa new site oben apatrapa junction no 0243 345392 0243 na 0506 460208 0506 460208 nomwa na ne mandeda ye prime timi enfama Sompa sika promotion na ababa babazi adin da so no Sompa sika Taiwan media zemen kan fancho ze ne ufie na je ze wenye dum fie no dum watwede ko enimu nko a o akonya so no ubetwa ne akitu bi na wedi ska kese o yini lo no wa chene high simple cra 5 Ghana city na abomode etimi de rom na wanyi ska no be say 20,000 Ghana cedi da no edini hanze mre no so a short code bi a *256* free hash *256* free hash stations no beba no awim di open no your Sompa FM Sompa TV 93.1 Kumasi Sompa Sunyane 98.9 and Sompa Nkranza 90.7 and Taiwan ntu hema na wabomode ayi djuma na de ma wo bomode netimi atwa no dodo no na osu unya twa nko abedi no na udi etimi eboa manema de da ye pa etimi e demand no o twagum dodo no na eboa ma stand chance ne so obo na abomoden etimi edi nkunim live draw no ye betimi nya abomoden etwa ama dodo na etimi ahunti no o favorite show no ya da ne de nyina nya so na tie sports na pa emre no so ano abomoden na de atum sa na aboa na ne ma koye pe etimi area National Lottery Authority for agi area atum na abekọ tamale de na wan shi honorable double dia na je the tamale no wanko na honorable double ne ekọ mu election as an after no ne honorable double edi nkoma na double ebo modi an so the tudwani.
I came here to support honorable Mr. Katekroku. Honorable Mr. Katekroku, GFA president. She's a good for football to the Ghana. Have you met him? Have you spoken to him? Oh, no. So today you meet him for the first time? Yes. What will you tell him? Oh, I'll send my book of condolence to greet him. No, book of condolences for dead people. No. In Fisosolofi, the book of condolence is not a deaf craft. I see. It's a book for confirmation of president. Okay. We're gonna catch up with you. Obviously, some officials here. What were your observations? How did you see the whole Congress? Oh, the Congress she's fine. Everybody in this ground is fine for the Congress.
Tia no ye command na jeze honorable double mo de to yadi mama menye birthday we fi ansana Miki aba na ya to aso na niema etimi akoye pre etimi ere amount Smile Idrusu AK say accoutrement na emeze Smiler if your offense so abofo no ye dwuma osunya central prisons ye ze dwuma de on fendi agokra ti wa unia friend nas enafi naso almost almost wish you happy birthday. So Smile Idrusu maton kapa officer hey officer ni mu dia migi officer che offer o che no ale de wo ya
Smile happy
birthday come on migi family ram kakre aje bobo nya ba bedu
of course now ye wo nyoma mienu election process ni de wie in this aftermath ye be hwe issues are one na a border on elections so say bebaso na embaso and then two whether I said there could be likely sanctions or punitive abia omo course kokoye no omo besafa at the law court one say there was a notice say obide an application for interlocutory injunction aba enti eno sa no lawyers ni bebre omutu for say montwentwen mo neoma so if na I go ahead akoye elections no so what are the likely outcome from all this anyway? No, it will be very, very interesting. But in it, I think the biggest winner of the day, no, be Gifty Oware. Was the clubs that was an overwhelming endorsement of say Nipo Mujinidi. Say it was say Otwaso na Jumedia Odino or more a pajan than could do the ESCO level. And I think say Unya clubs is showing faith in you.
Yes.
Now omo that endorsement now. Idea but also it is also telling you something. Say they believe in you. And na dia we no mo gidi say okwa obekwa akoye manabro so it raises the expectation levels. Nti ye ba benya women clubs will be very expectant say Gifty Oware remains alcohol no or ka koke kanioma bom abwa say things will work well in terms of policy, decision making, and everything. Abeba women's football mebe peja edi akonenim ene ade baako. Enti good news. The other biggest winner, and I said the other big winner, and so be called ama James Akwesi Appiah. See a kind of football politics now. Yabaka say oye alien wom. Kwesi Appiah can football politics. No do say he's involved in your football no in certain capacity, and that capacity here the technical aspect and they can kodoko IMC no he's offering a technical perspective the expertise no offer Black Stars wire head coach paying so he offered that ne involvement in football no limited to coaching so for obi oye so green to your typical football politics ne how it operates to enter into an election and then cause an upset Okosi upset because nipa waba beshe na nine no obi ano ewo esco ne so dada. I know to some extent the backing of the football voting public. Enti delegates omokoto abano omunim Tony Oben from that angle no dana Kwesi Appiah. So for Kwesi Appiah to permeate such a water territory no na obetimenya that number of votes to get elected. I think a big win.
But Miguel no nyedi. All that is a coach ko yi juma de Sudan.
Nah, so we'll come to that. But I'm talking about the manner in which you won the elections. Yeah, but remember the rules no so. Then I think the Kotoko way no eboano.
Oh, okay.
And then the backing from Menchia also played a role. It would have been absolutely disgraceful. Say Menchia beji Kwesi Appiah se koko jina ya name. Na obekokon ekono use figuratively. Okokona na yede ne chiaka form. What I say? Ebesi akonwa ni triase kakra. So there was no way omobehwe se Kwesi Appiah nko ne nkoye trasa. It was either maybe we are backing out and also we are winning, and he went there, he won. So Kwesi Appiah de no mambe an elected person based on one kasano as a personality, but rather the institution backing Kwesi Appiah. And it me abue pushing akwako drusa, but still kudos to him. Now you share how he transitions from a typical football coach to now become a typical football politician or executive, because he's a board member of the GFA.
Yes,
he's going there to also represent the interest of the Premier League, but the larger extent, the interest of Asante Kotoko. So how will he go there? The last person who went on Kotoko's ticket, I think it was George Amwako. George Amwako Ekosi saying many people felt when Timia said they also na Kotoko ne benefit. How well can Kwesi Appiah maneuver his way through? Because when a pool of politicians and obia in the interest nenam, so how will Kwesi Appiah drum home his interest to ensure say ebenya enough support through lobby in here so that Kotoko kind kono ebetimi aboa and then the greater good and obey the Premier League and then Ghana football. So yeah, ready about Kwesi. He's not somebody who is publicly vocal. Yes. So I'm intrigued to also know how he will fare when they go for meetings near there. Minima Kwesi Appiah in public, minim in private. Menene shandi come up in meetings near there. So meet na hanka. But the angle here divided attention.
Yes.
He's playing three crucial roles now. Kwesi Appiah as a board member of a GFA. Kwesi Appiah as an IMC member of Asante Kotoko. And Kwesi Appiah potentially as a technical director of Sudan Omo national football team. Juma mi ensana margin. Ni nani here swift and then serious attention.
Yes.
And many ya no project no ye no. Here attention. One Sudan. Omo national team now qualify for the next AFCON.
Yeah.
Omo target you say the next two AFCON tournaments. Now also mutu me baby. Back with him. So the last one I can a make or break. They cannot compromise. So they will miss out on back-to-back African Cup of Nations tournament. 2, they want to build their team anew. Now, your father said, by the head of the project now. It means you play a supervisory role. Inti, I was on my mamu or 9 million tietia. I was Sudan ho. And monitor sending your message because you will be based in Saudi Arabia near there. Or may provide everything their mano. The contract is good, monetary wise. I idea more there. But a human ankasano. Kwesi Appiah, will he get that in a year timer or more shady so obe committed to the course and a 1 2 Kotoko in the process of a rebuilding. I think almost team no a different regime about a new regime. The season has not started well and there is pressure for them to start delivering. Kwesi Appiah is one of a 3-member team running the club in TCCA, will he also get enough time for Kotoko Ejumano? And also another one. Then the GFA school. I see some conflicting Can a board member of the GFA, which is a football association under CAF, work for another team, another product of another football federation?
CAF.
Yes, because a board member of a GFA. It means you take critical decisions, key decisions on Ghana football. Now, if you go and work for Sudan, or more national team, it means that potentially there could be a case where Ghana faces Sudan. I could see a PIF member. I could see a Sudan technical director. Yeah, a potential conflict of interest be ana. Minim said ya me can what ya good. So to me, I think personally, now me say he should have back out of ASRFA way no. Now on the constitution on Kotoko no in Sudan no. But he still went ahead. I am very, very eager to find out how Oben navigate the path. Send a bear interest and be conflicting. Sudan and Ghana. I ever to me anytime.
When DSL qualify, Bibrima, your ball qualified if you cry in a major tournament, be no
good. See about AFCON where we are. You best answer about another AFCON qualifier. You bet me share. So I am a kakra, but early days yet. Let's revel in Nkunimdia Wenyano. Na yenjai concerns no for another time. But it is going to be something that he needs to take bold decisions on and then decide concerning his future. Any good news. Away from that, Keto Kroku Dieno. The Omoko any acclamation, they said an church because he went unopposed. Then Naya has a delegate a bear present no. Or more commitment to voting back. Then the voting part no. A be show say truly the football people no they are not so satisfied with the current Keto Kreku administration. And I say they are. And I say omonya satisfied. But for fear of being victimized, being identified and then the target then they will just have to submit and then vote. Because 120 delegates present. Omo cast vote. 117 votes went in the favor of Catherine Simeon Okraku. Baako twini hu frame say media mentor. Ana mienu ka say Davy. If two no out of 120 ne be represent here, it is not even up to 2% of the voting way no omokoye.
Yes.
So then it means that disgruntled football members now they be aye omudede mo no. Omo drew 2%. Because this is the entire electoral college to elect the GFA president. And to say, and 2% who are dissenting. Omo any FA no and nam kwan back so. To me feel say FA ni jumedi odi no omo mfo so. So omo ntoma no. Then yenya more than 98% endorsing him. A overwhelming win and a resounding victory. It shows that the football people have faith and belief in him. And as I want to lean more towards the first, which is football people for no Sadia, Joya in 4 years, no first time, no. He will need to double up and do more. In Tanya say on podium, no. He tried to correct certain things he did in the past or few say ye. One, say mean to many matamful nyeguma. He took a different stance now. Or see his doors near open. And a reiteration of the Obeka Wokuma say, yeah, we be a nepuno de ato, and to nepuno we be at all. Obia one in Yadrin Bian, he still needs you on board to ensure that the greater goal, but I see Football Association in it so bebim. So now you a change in stance. Keto Kreku 1 SAO, I can't work with my enemies. Keto Kreku 2 say, I am willing to work with everybody. What do we learn from here? One, the experiences. He has come to appreciate the fact that to realize Obotaye is when you in football, you need everybody to come. It is just like a football team.
Yes.
Obia body position. Obia and a skill set. Ebia, meme there a pass and Obi there a dribble. And only a cabo money team. So teamwork is crucial in every football endeavor. So obey it me and why you need teamwork. And Ediano was to also preach that he's ready to accept people on board his team, whether say you belong to Game Changer or you don't belong to Game Changer. And thumbs up to him. Nekano and Neyono are different. Waka ye hwe se odebedi dwuma. He also spoke particularly about George Efie, and he revealed and then also emphasized on and deal behind the scenes. Said there has been series of meetings, some even involving Amaju Pinnick, former NFF president, trying to mediate the issues between Ora Ketokraku and Ora George Efie. They have issues, and yet personal issues, but they are related to the elections. George Efie is at the law court. There were talks to see say, if Obetimi Atrian free court, then the football people will move on. In commodity no to us who could do the minister level. And to ministers, parliamentary select committee on sports, youth and culture. I'm also chairman Nwabe Mubi. Mofene say Agogo. There has been such in common. So there are lobbyings and then talks behind the scenes to ensure say football people will patch up their differences, come together and ensure say obi abu taye sin enisu no ebetimi abeme dia momo. Abu, the good thing is that see who bibi say ya, it is preaching unity. It is clamping down on divisiveness. Say intitimu papemu ye yidi free mu na ye na ya kabom na ye de dwuma se ne be ya ebesi aboa. What I want to see is that Ket Okraku will have that opportunity to bring George Efie on board. And this should not be a diabolical act.
Yes.
It should be something that is done genuinely. Say you need the person's expertise to help the game grow. Debi amekawa, your game na enkosono. It might not necessarily be because of administration when it is. Yes. But those behind the scenes are almost feel say I hear politics. So way ebo forma ana me peja. Enti me say we dey no nkoso. But say na ye kabom ni ye gitum say e elections dey ba ye wie dey a ye nya football ni hodwuma ebe boa ma nyoma konkan. So Ghana football na di nkunim. My only fear and see ye be wie no na court nsensem ni we bi ama metwe ye mfa nko akire. But rather we will move forward and then deliberate on the way ye betimi aboa Ghana football. And so etimi akonenim. So a good day of Ghana football and a good celebratory way for the football people. And I think the icing on the cake never ye double. Jumedi no kosu tamale. Double ababe icon of your football no. Ni na and a bro for ka. Menim send a video no the mumbo back on fama na immense sorry.
I came here to support Honorable Mr. Katekroku. Honorable Mr. Katekroku. GFA president. She's a good for football to the Ghana.
Have you met him? Have you spoken to him?
Oh no.
So today you meet him for the first time?
Yes.
What will you tell him?
Oh, I'll send my book of condolence to greet him.
No, book of condolence is for dead people.
No, in Fisosolofi, the book of condolence is not a deaf craft.
I see.
It's a book for confirmation of president.
Okay. We're gonna catch up with you. But obviously, some officials here. What were your observations? How did you see the whole Congress?
Oh, the Congress she's fine. Everybody in this ground is fine for the Congress. I came here to support.
There was also something to laugh about, and that is about double involvement. Because Akot Tamalia is an icon.
Hey, now Akot Tamalia have fed up what they are saying.
Why football for near Doma say your mom pine football.
I'll be Gimate, Medasima go Joy Came Company Limited or Masuena, meaning Komo Kakra Simadu, Oba Power Hana, Yenin Ramabana, Bibiawa Code. Oh, what's
Also the conferences. She's fine, and I said
she's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. And can to Krikuso issue she ne demano. And we also condolence book why we knew we know the Kwama and the pass and condolence there say I say dabi on the philosophy no or the sa condolence in a bunk of Wabaso. See you double no. Our base be the abo code there. You did go back mezo me pass do Joy Came Company Limited.
Okay.
Yeah dia. But ya babania baby room near na ye can Joy Came Company Limited. Then am
Oh, me that say, my mini can chat for more 80 and every ye can't joy cam company limited that ye company ye try and chancing a day a bought a dinosaur. Come up and yen chancing be a keke, name of quality one. Nebuono ewo forma obi abetimi atobi ededini chuma eno na joy kem ye
tier car chance no chance and chance ben at saying type be munche mu no zenesite
that's say joy kem fi company limited ye chance a ye wono egumo ahodo bebre ye cancer long span so gumo ahodo ye wono IBR IDT SL MSL ninyina ewo market sisi ameno ekasei ene yesanso ewo standard sheet na neni din eho se also bi ho no ma na ho de ni ntimi long span no
yes
nti sa standard sheet na ewo ho emasafo no eno se ye quality sa what the board dance so empa ene yesanso wo alozinc se ye kasa alozinc a ye na nanom chance a ye beto ye white one no eno joy kem ye de abadwa so a JCL
oh okay
Joy Kem Company Limited ye de no eno so e market sisi a me na wo ekasei ene yesan so wo Eurotiles say ye kan Eurotiles a ye nchanse a me nchira ni simple aye no ho te set tiles
oh okay
meaning I am more than one beer and saying abba
afi ne no na ba
e wo hoda da bet ase afi na mafo no eji atu na no munim say Nigeria fo nko na na ebo but say the joy kem yanka say ye bi wa say ya na ebo yankofo bi mfiri babia emebo
okay
joy kem ye wo well train installers a omo betimi edi sa adwuma ni nyina ma yenti ye fo bi mfiri babi ni wa ba bebo omo ya training omo no omo a na omo ejina so ebo sa ye wita so no emaye
Bana okay ma onze wa brobron chance ni so bia adidi on komadi joy kem udwumadi na nkasa no sen na musiye no
okay joy kem yedwumadi ayedi ni se wusi wudan na edru baby a wo pese wo di enu aguso a ana so pese wo di nade aguso a obehu ye na ebetimi diketu kakwa se weni ene wo hode he na betimi aboa ode he na entimi emmoa ye no di san komo no ewia na wankase wa chusi de wo pe enti ye bi ho no ma se trusses ana se wood na wo pe no ye yesa adwuma no e wo ho na ye san so e fa free estimate se wo di nu aguso awie bo ho no ma di nu aguso wi a wo se me be free ye se ba beji miska e bi kwa na ma ho de so andru enchanse a me pese me boy me pa che ye free estimate baby a wo bia se kumase ha na awo ana se baby a wo hye bia even ye kobokina ye kotobo nyina ko fa estimate ye free estimate free estimate baby a wo hye bia ye be ba be fan free amount the hand so be for your numbers no na etimi abe first estimate na ma eti ewia na ma wo invoice na me no ya na mostly me tie to for e wo invoice no ho invoice na de ma now within 2 weeks so when your payment meaning sense such a bia be ma na se na nse on se Ghana yin sika no ye ko nanim na e ba na chi na wanka so wani tu ase ba na chi kura yin te so enye se joy kem na enti so o man na kase mu
e ba na chi enti so ende no kre ya na de ko gina ho kokodu a e ba chi kura ha na
e be ga se myoni neto na mom ya tumu so de abeba na de bi aka ho enti se ye de invoice ne brewa me wani keto obi ekuta obi a no timi de ba ebeto ho na wo so atimetua ne kakra eso ane ya boso ama obi wo so ayehwe wa ho keka wo di tua na edu ba bia ye betimi aboso ama wo na afi watua ne kakra ne yakoye ni
yerimze kan chance won ase ne dwumade na amudi no ya na yetiti bebre se bi mo kanse na mo de na mamo dance se ye de mo tutu bi mo ho a
de ma ye dance no ye material didi dwuma no
okay
material didi dwuma no kama se wo de bo dance a empa eno ye 1 2 with them a emu nwunu a kire se bibia how leakages any enchanse ni mo enti de ma ye dance e wo mo no ye enchanse no Japanese Alozen KZ 150
Sompa
Sports
na kire se ye fa free Japan ene ye de ba esan ye pre-coated ebeba no na ya cancel dada
okay
o meto kwabana ne seta wo bi gunu kon ho okuta brush painting gidabi ye nya asan na bobo ya ka che ho no
And brother be the them kama.
Yes, it's a baba ni aye ni dada. Nti ye nchense ne de ni dine no ho se. Eno na boaye na ama na joy came ye branch se wa Ghana ha se ne ka se ye kan a me ko be fa mani so minti min kan ne nyina. Enam ye dwuma pa ye bont na quickly ma me ni kan enda ye customer so ase.
Oh, okay.
It's say wiki aye customer service week. Ma me nda o ma se pa Nyankopon on hira o mo no nyom kese. If you say ansa no bi di na dwuma be ma no me ye sure se obekọ akwa akohwe adwuma a waye e wo baabi ansa na watam sika emodu ode ba beto sanchensin na so mo koye customers ni o ma di twuma ni o ma afi o mo bo mo kokko bi se o ma o munya asempa na me adwuma pa ye yin ti no munya asempa eka e de fa ye ho ne senti megina konya we so na mado mu nyina ase Yakopon hiro mo no nyo mo kese na achede bi e wo kwan ma eba
Badiama customers.
Badiama customers. Enye fedi agroko. Ena ebiso wo ho dada. Ya lo zinc ne ho asema na America no. Sa wo beto ayo promotion wo ho no ma ye de ema.
Oh, okay.
Promotion no oto ba ko mienu ba ko kra na abeto a ye wa chede de ma. On pa chede na opi sika obetimi aje bu ho no se meji akoba akohoma. Ite eba sa na adane a
na madani skana ma no de akoba akohoma. Na apart from unchense ho koma ye di ni ade Joy Kim. Edi juma die foforo bia no so betima boaye.
Yeah. Say kase boaye said ye wo kind in the community ne dia. Joy Kim ye this juma ni bi at the boa community. Recently ye share games e course so e wo NKZ Nkranza.
Aye games no.
Games ne course ya.
Aye the sport development tournament no football tournament ne course no.
Yes sponsor kama.
Wow.
Amount ne the 80 fan to ha. Le mo ye sponsor kama pa. Even ye call ho ede achede ekọ ho kama ena ye sanso eboa say bia holiday bidru na ye hwe ye to ye ni a ye nwanom nyanka ne ade no ye kọ ho na so esan kọ hwe mo ye boa afoforo mo wa abonte nye say ye ton ne ma keke na ya jisika ne momo no yes I give you back to the community.
Oh nyame nhia mo pa nyame nhia mo na tournament no so no zere mo ba betri chi man ya kono ye fe pa no nyame nhia mo pa
amen
nyame nhia mo pa jo baba mami locations no na all the contact na kan wona afi maja kwan na okọ.
Okay Joy Kim yen branches ne de said na American edos Nyankopon adum nti ya tiretire makọ akiri pa Techiman Hensa Brigade. Ye ni Liberty church no na edi animhwe. Obehu ye wo ho no ma ye factory so e wo ho.
Oh okay.
Na Sunyane VR poly runabout ho no ma ye wo golf filling station e chi ho no social welfare school ni ye ni edi animhwe. O dru Accra so Achimota Nsawam highway ho no so ye butu ho no mo ye factory ba ko so e wo ho.
Okay.
Na Kaswa CP Junction ho ye office. Bolga ya watindo soli buedi dia me bo pani abepema bo me ya ni ST gas filling station no na eben na odu Tamale ya Ajana complex Ajana complex hospital road hono ma na mo behu yen na wa ye wo pogiri ye ne Spice restaurant no na eben odu Kentampa ya wo Mazim ho na udru NKZ Yak photo studio so no ma ya ne telecom no na edi animhwe na udu wenchi so a yebutu ho atebubu Ike Best ho so ehuru so de den pa na Kumasi die bra Kumasi die enye izenye fedi agoro Kumasi ye wo baby ndua yi we omuton ndua yi timber market yi
timber market timber market or every day oni wood wa pala ejewi awa pare ye be hwe no o ze me no kroma no me shede ni masa oh ti de o de mame number no na
ye wo sokoban oh ye ni police station ni dey nim hwe
onim se sokoban na timber market no mo de mo fem na mo de mo fem oh na so no ni kroma be bia edi bobo number no na ye ko
enti hono do abwe number se didi dwuma no 055 107,000 numbers in the dozen.
Nyanto base na bobo. What's the number na say?
055 100.
Obo amedi wachi.
Okay.
Ati bone mbako.
Any tata. 055
055
1
00
7
7
000. And your PRO me number.
Oh, okay.
O from baby I will see bia. Even so pesi ni nkomo. Baby I will be me sure say amount for share free chiripa. It's your mom motion for dance so while pesi short dance so ma ni your bonny bibiano beti my friend. You be try ni na come 055 100 7000. And no me number.
Mate.
My mini can fan to Sales and Sunny drama soon.
Mate.
And sana say opus our frey your front dexa. And as our frey na ya jo first 055 100 9000. And also ho. And I sound so ever for 0540 125 816. Aha. San numbers ni me amedie no any 7,000 no. Beti me afrey yet me edin komo.
Ya be from why? Me da se pa why? Ricardo.
Abu.
Bibi aje de.
Onyame adom.
Ka be sisi ma mienu bi wachi. Azi azato aba yere 30 years okraku aba.
Abu. Yemo na baso for Wasa retaining the position as the GFA president. But no kwasem ne say do too careful the second coming ya dia waya ade. Genti waya ade ne say ade ba ko create enemies the man pa e asem no ankasa kan ye. Say ontimi ne enemies enye adwuma. Enti oba ya all pa achew. Na all ka true bia say all hands on deck no ya ade a ebeboa no. Na sem no kan ye no. And then you're more gearing towards a year about one, a idea and yet, and like and relate, and only idea mention that NTS because you may see here, and it's said no matter if you call ye, new way all patch, and all sample be dean say, what in the back rubber bano, a man a bit confusing at the mammy. So, Busamia, and I believe, sir, Obi or war. Georgia Free Camp Bia who also sing the same song I me singing because all catch and say you bring him to the table say na yam one and say him football no and then you made told ya and then you made the film no man a course so because most of the people in Ghana thought say about to nyada na ebaso abaso ye mon abaso but nyoma wo kan you know o man in daddy because me caretaker say on to ne enemies in adwuma no I felt say I know the adwuma pa. What the year Jumapa?
No, but she are or is that the year?
What the year Jumapa? And I idea about Kwame Peketa, Samino, you find me on some Pamino. What the year Jumapa? Zambro was will be Amrano on Vassas. Whatever does it, you're a preview call of video. Keep out of the